Jake Rayson. I am a forest gardener and a forest garden designer. And firstly, apologies for not having been around a vast amount. We've had the builders in for the past couple of weeks, and so it's been a bit mayhem, as I'm sure you can imagine. Brick dust, stone dust, dust everywhere, and I have now been. Guess what I'm doing? So poor old garden. And also I've been working as well, so I had some really good workshops, a couple of brilliant workshops, forest gardening workshops designed with the Wildlife Trust, which was brilliant. It's really good, like really positive, and hopefully that'll be like an ongoing project, because there's an awful lot of horrible 80s word, 90s word synergy, but there's a lot of collaboration work possible between edible crops and wildlife, and for me it's foundation of forest gardening anyway. So for example, today I listened to Growing Greener, which is a brilliant US podcast, and it was the Brooklyn Bridge Park project, and fascinating, like what does she call it, constructive ecology. So six massive, huge, great concrete piers, and then converted to an ecological park, park as well. So I just think it was really inspirational. So kind of similar to what the Wildlife Trust that I was working with, what they're doing. They have an eco park in the centre of the city, and it's that thing of just being able to, if you can grow crops and create habitat and cater for wildlife and for humans, then humans will look after wildlife and humans will look after crops. That's the theory anyway. Talking of looking after crops, I just so haven't been looking after anything here. It's a bit of it's not too bad actually. That's a nice thing about a forest garden, is that you get a pleasant surprise. If you have got some ground cover in, it's not that bad actually. I have got quite a lot of stuff to do here, but this is going to have to wait until next week. I've just got to do paid work, which is a downside, which is like living in a society where you've got mortgages and council tax and all the rest of it. This is the reality, is you have to work. But having said that, I'm still kind of quite. It's always lovely to get out. I just haven't been out for about 2 weeks. It's been full on, really has. And this is. Oh my goodness me! It's a nasturtium. I do know it. Massive, great, big tubers that I don't kind of taste of marzipan. So if anyone finds a nice way to cook it, it's nasturtium tropicaleum. Oh goodness me! Oh, it's got big white tubers which taste like marzipan. Alison down the backyard larder writes about the mashua, and it's actually a very pretty plant. Someone said I actually haven't tried the leaves. Maybe it's time to try a leaf, and because it's been so mild, this is flowering like crazy. Not as nice as nasturtiums, they said. I can see why. Slightly different. And then there's a nasturtium growing there as well, which they self-seed everywhere. So they're they're a good plant. Not exactly where I want to grow them, but because I'm not doing anything with it anyway, I can't really complain, because it is, it's doing something. And this is the bed I've done nothing about, and it's not bad. There's a bit of grass. Take the grass out. There we go. And there's some dandelion in there. Not too fussed about the dandelion at the moment, but I will take it out. And there's some hedge woundwort. Fantastic. Still flowering. Look at it going. Ridiculously warm. It's like we've got some sort of climate emergency going on. And I need to dig out the Apios americana out of there as well. So yeah, this is just me getting out to the garden. I've got to go back and finish off the painting in a minute. And I've been digging up Turkish rocket as well. Use this as a spinach leaf. Will I use it tonight? No, I won't. What a little fellow. Ooh. Oh yeah, there we go. Yep. Anyways, this is Turkish rocket. It's a slightly kind of hairy. I don't know if you can see that. Slightly kind of hairy leaves, but they're good as a spinach plant. Spring flower stems in the spring. So I want to plant this up as well. Oh, and this is all the work that I did last month. Must be in October, and I've planted this up with some more. Well, there's a mallow. No, it's not. It's hogweed. Sorry. But I planted this up with a whole load of oh bollocks! Sorry, I ought to get some mustard, white mustard. I meant to put white mustard down. Didn't think it was going to be this bloody warm. Ridiculous amount of seeds going on. So I really ought to go and get the white mustard. That's like an annual. Just provide a bit of cover, so I will do that. That is a very good idea. So if you've got mulch and a ground cover, so like here I've got a lot of yarrow in this particular part, but in a space between you're going to get like creeping buttercup, dandelions, and all sorts growing. So if you put down a temporary ground cover mulch, it will just kind of provide a bit of cover for a while. So I will do that. Oh, I should have done that. I should have done that ages ago. And this is my geraniums that I planted as a boundary plant down here, so they'll get all bushy and stop the grass from going in over, which is good. So there we go. There's me potato onions. Whee! Come back up. And my asparagus. I really didn't mean to have any asparagus there, but they've come back. As perennial plants are prone to do, like my Jerusalem artichokes, they're still there as well. But anyway, that's me podding about the perennial vegetable garden, going, what have I got so much to do? First Monday of the month I'm doing a forest garden workshop, 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. That's first Monday of every month. That's the 6th of December. For some reason, the live stream this month, I've decided that the first Wednesday is the 8th, which obviously it isn't, but that's what I've thought. So yeah, 8th of December I'll be looking at dead hedges and explain the multiple uses and designs of dead hedges, and they are brilliant. Honestly, they are brilliant. I'll just give you a little. I've got to go back and do the painting in a minute. This is the problem. You come out to the garden. Right, this lot is going to be changed as well. This was started out life as a boost garden. It's got to be converted into a herb garden. It's going to be a native and herb garden, native plant and herb garden combined. That's my plans. This is a pile of blackthorn and bramble and all sorts, which I've got to move, but I'll make these into dead hedges, so you can see there's a post sticking up there. So it's just a really good way of getting all that material, rather than putting it onto a destructive thing like a bonfire. You can put it into a dead hedge, which is great. There we go. Anyway, yeah, there we go. So see you. I'll try and do some more live streaming every day. Kids get back onto it. I was going to talk about imposter syndrome and fear of missing out, because everyone, I mean, it was a thing. But I do feel a bit like I am a bit of an imposter, because I just don't seem to have enough time to do work on our own garden. Hopefully that will start to change over the next couple of months. I've got some more work coming in, which is brilliant. Got a really interesting design down the road. A small 20 metre by 15 metre garden, and it's in an inaccessible spot, but it's very exciting. Going to have some roundwood fencing on it, and then I've got a fern garden to do. But it's just a small part of a job I did before, and they want to jazz up the back of the view from the kitchen, and there's a bank, and I want to really encourage. I kind of go for encouraging the existing flora and adding bits to it, but basically taking out the crocosmia, which is a non-native. It's a species, crocosmia, the orange one, which you get everywhere in Wales. Taking out the crocosmia, take out the bramble, and then encourage the ferns and the moss, and that's the kind of main focal point, with some plants in the foreground as well, some shade-loving plants in the foreground, and then I'm going to plant up a geranium boundary on the fence at the top and put bulbs in. So I need to get on with that. That's actually a job for next week, so that's going to be exciting. I might do some live streaming about that. So yeah, a couple of jobs on, and then I'll try and get some more work in a while. So anyway, I shall see you soon. Cheers, bye.